Good morning, everybody. Happens to be Saturday morning when I'm shooting this, so that's why I said good morning. So I just kind of want to jump in. So last night I did a live stream on YouTube and I worked on this. It's a cheap dollar store hand mirror. I took the paper off, so I just wanted to cover that up. But did a cute little mirror from the Dollar Tree. Did it Halloween style. And actually, I think I was talking to Trish last night. Yes, I was definitely talking to Trish. And I thought about, I wanted to do, since this is kind of, in my vision, has that magic mirror Halloween look, but I was thinking of like the Evil Queen from Snow White. And I've seen poison apples that people have made. I've seen them on YouTube and Pinterest and stuff. I saw them last year before, probably something like that. And I wanted to make one. And really all I needed was a fake foam or plastic apple. Now this one happened to be foam. My mom got it, I believe she said she got it at Christmas Tree Shop. And when it was like $1 or $1.99, it was somewhere in there. And when she picked it up, it was perfectly fine. By the time she got it home, because it got thrown in the bags, it was all dented, nicked. It was actually like a hole, it got kind of squished, so it cracked there. So for what she wanted to use it for, I don't think it was really going to work, because it got kind of beat up. But for what I want to do with the poison apple, the top's going to get covered up anyway, so it's perfect. So it's going to work for us, for me at least. And what I want to do is I want to go to the Dollar Tree and get like those, obviously dollar, like the glass plates and some kind of a glass candle holder to put it on top, E6000 them together to make like a pedestal kind of thing, and kind of display them on like a tray type situation, kind of have a Snow White Evil Queen kind of deal. Did the Evil Queen have a spell book? I think she may have, so I would like to actually do a small spell book to go with it. I thought that would like an altered Dollar Tree hardcover book. That's usually where I get them from. And usually I glue them shut because the content, who cares, at that point. So really you're just altering the covers and burning the edges of the paper and coffee and tea dyeing edges and things. So that's kind of cool. They're a lot of fun to make. I made a couple last year, which once they get brought down, those might be in the attic, I believe. I'll show the ones I made last year, but I'd like to make a cool little display, either for the coffee table or something. So yeah, so really for this, it's pretty simple. It's hot glue to kind of make the drips, and I want to almost give it like a, I don't want to cover the whole thing, but you want to give it like a thick caramel apple, but drippy, so it looks like it's coated in poison, which is kind of cool. And I'm just going to use some black acrylic paint and the hologram. I've seen people paint them like a nice like lime green or like a real bright green, but unfortunately I do not have any of that paint currently, so I figured if I do it black to soften, to make it show up against the red, because it's just such a dark red apple, I'll use the hologram glitter paint, which has a lot of green inherently in it. That'll give it a nice shine on the top. So yeah, so really these are really easy to make. They're a lot of fun. You can make fake candles with this technique. I made the blood drips with this technique. Basically, I'm just using my hot glue gun, and I want to layer it because I want it to have some drips going in layers. So I want to start a little farther down, and you do use quite a bit of glue. So I want it to kind of drip down, and I can actually pull down a little bit to give it a little head start on the drippage. And basically I'm just going to cover the whole top of the apple like this, and I'm going to layer it over top. And the biggest thing is to let it cool and not burn myself, because yeah, that would just not be fun. And I can do longer drips. Yeah, see, I already went through that whole glue stick. It doesn't matter, that's a little uneven. I was looking for my low temp hot glue gun, which we had like 3 of them. Have no idea where any of them are. I thought they were in with the glue sticks. Clearly I was mistaken. And yep, I'm just going to keep going. And before I paint it, one of the things I want to do is I'll just kind of talk ahead. Not that I won't show, I will show it, but I will talk ahead. Just because, you know, this takes a little bit, you know, it takes a little time to do, but I like to, once it all really cools, I like to actually sand my hot glue, because it gives the paint, because this is plastic, you know, the hot glue really is just plastic, as from what I can tell. I just want to let that cool for a little bit, because if I don't, when I go to put the second layer on, it's not going to drip over, it's just going to combine with it. But I like to sand it. So I do have my dollar store sanding block, and of course I dropped it, but I think that side was actually pretty cool, so I got lucky. Yeah, luckily it landed on the side that was cool, pretty cool. So what I might do is let that cool for a minute. Yeah, see how it's starting to turn white where it's cooling, which is good. So I just want to let that cool for a minute, then I'm going to start another layer, because I want to give it a real poisony look. But I like to sand it, it gives something for the paint to actually grip to. Because with the smooth, plastic glue, it just smears around. So I like to sand it. So I have my dollar store sanding block, and I also have, and you don't have to do this part, just use the dollar store sanding block, or even a emery board or something, if you want to get in a little bit closer. But I bought myself a toy last year, a new Dremel tool for Christmas. They had great deals on Amazon for Black Friday, so I got such a good deal on it. And I haven't used it. I played with it for like 5 minutes the other day, and I bought it last Black Friday. So I've had it for over 6 months, and finally busted it out of the package. But I'm going to use that to sand a little bit too, just because I have it and kind of want to play with it more than anything. So let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah, this side is cooled enough where I can kind of keep going. So I'm just going to start up a little higher this time. And just kind of keep it going. Of course, I need another glue stick because I only have these mini guns, which is fine. Still works. And like I said, you do go through a lot of hot glue, so I definitely recommend getting them either at Walmart, or what I do is whenever I have, you know, sometimes I go over to AC Moore, Michaels, or whatever. I have the 40 and 50% off coupon, but everything I'm buying happens to be on sale, or I didn't find what I was looking for. So if I'm not using my 40 or 50 off on something specific, I just grab a bag of hot glue sticks. Since I'm already there, I have the coupon, might as well get them. So that's pretty much just what I do. Or, you know, at Walmart, just because they're a lot cheaper there. They're like half the price of the craft stores anyway. But that's just that's just basically what I do, because I know we go through hot glue, especially this time of the year, because I do a lot of these types of projects. And I use a lot of hot glue on those projects. Yeah, see, I already went through another stick. Yeah, I was looking for my low temp hot glue guns. Not a clue where they're. They might have gotten chucked because they are only like $2. And they were old and covered in glue. So they may have gotten kicked to the curb. It's a little cooler out this morning. So this is actually setting up pretty quickly, which is good. And yeah, I'm just going to keep gobbing this stuff out. These are kind of fun to make. I really enjoy them. And I've said it time and time again with the Halloween stuff. One of the reasons why I think I like making it so much is it doesn't have to be perfect. Usually, like, kind of the wonkier and gnarlier it looks and a little bit off isn't a bad thing when it comes to Halloween stuff because it actually makes it look better. If it's too perfect, it looks too like it doesn't look good because it looks too not handmade. It doesn't look old. It doesn't look creepy. Sometimes just having it look creepy is being a little wonky, and I like that. Because it makes it easier, it makes it more fun. Because you're not worried about every little tiny detail and measuring and lining things up absolutely perfectly. You don't need to. You want it to have that kind of old world, handmade, kind of off look. Yeah, another glue stick down. So yeah, I've probably already used 5 or 6 glue sticks, and I'm not even close to done. But once I get this line done, and I can pick off some of these little glue strings, I'm not even worried about those right now. Okay, so I'm gonna let that layer cool. I think I'm gonna pause here, and I'll be back literally in a second for you guys. Finish this off, and then we'll get to sanding and painting and glittering. Be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back, this is what I've got. It's nice and drippy. It kind of looks different from different angles, and I'm fine with that. And now I just want to start sanding it. And basically I'm just using the sanding block, just trying to hit the, you know, the hot glue just to get it to, still not sure if that's quite cool enough. The rest of this is. And yeah, I'm just going to scuff it up a little bit just to make it have a little something for the paint to grab too. Doesn't have to be perfectly sanded or anything. Just when you scuff it up, it just gives the paint something to grip too. Just gives the paint a little something. And I am using the rough side because there's 2 grits of sandpaper on this. Or sand, not paper, but whatever. You know what I mean. And just making sure I got most of the surfaces. And like I said, just because I bought it, I am going to get in here a little bit with my Dremel sander, just honestly just to play at this point. I don't know if it's going to shake the table, but we'll see. Just get it plugged in. Should probably make sure it was off first before I did that, which it was. Now, let's see. Yeah, that might shake the table too much, so I'm just going to put it over here in my lap. I'm just going to get in there real light. Not too hard. Just, like I said, just because I wanted to play with it. I'm just barely touching it. Sorry, I'm like off camera. Sorry. But yeah, just barely touching it. But you can just do this with regular sandpaper, sanding block. I don't want to use this for too long, just because it's kind of loud. Okay. And off. But yeah, just to scuff it up a little. Yeah, I think I got in there pretty good. Might just fit it a little bit more. With the sanding block, and what's kind of nice is when you sand it, it kind of gets rid of all those glue strings that were laying on top. Yep, so now I do need to wipe it off. I should have brought the rubbing alcohol out. Because that helps get rid of the dust, but it also doesn't, it dries real fast, rubbing alcohol, because it evaporates, so it'll just take off the dust, but then it'll dry real quick, and you don't have to worry about waiting for it to dry like if you were to use water. Yep, I mean, that's like pretty much it. I mean, other than the hot glue part, I mean, you really could let a kid do it. But I'm not really worried about the dust. That's fine. It's good enough. But yeah, so now it's all sanded. And then really you can just start painting, which I'll paint a little right now, and then I'll pause and come back, because it's going to take a couple of coats and I want to let it dry in between coats. But really, that's all there is to it. It's real simple and it comes out pretty cool. And when you're painting the plastic, because it will smear around, you don't want to be stingy on the paint and try to spread it too thin. I mean, you don't want big, thick glops, but I always try to keep my paintbrush pretty loaded. And I'm just trying not to hit the apple, which I've probably hit in a few little spots, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, so that's how that's gonna go. I think I'm gonna pause here. I'll finish painting probably at least 2 coats, maybe 3. I'll let you know when I get there. And we'll just keep going. And then, you know, I'll kind of show you the finished. Alright, so now I got all the black painted, 2 coats. So now real quick, I'm going to use the glitter paint to try to make this stand out a little bit. Oh, and actually, even before I do that, I was saying I wanted to get a plate and a candle holder. Well, Mom's came in clutch right at the last second, and she happened to have dollar store plate, dollar store candle holder, so that's going to get E6000 together. And then I've got some metallic gold spray paint. I'm going to spray paint that in the gold, and that will sit in the center, which I know my camera angle isn't the best for this. And then I think I'll get, the only thing I'll have to get at the dollar store now is a tray. And we'll do some kind of little setup. And I still want to do the book, which I'll probably do a video when I do the book. Oh, and I can get a book at the dollar store too. But once this is painted, I'll probably trim this with some fringy trim and maybe some beads and, you know, some bling just to make it, I don't know, a little interesting. But anyway, that was just that part. Thought I would just show that real quick. So I'm just going to start painting on the glitter paint, which goes on white, but it dries clear. And I like this glitter. It's real fine glitter. And you can do this in layers to get as much glitter or as least amount of glitter as you want. But you can kind of see it already. And I think that just will give it a nice glitzy look, just kind of a poisony look. And then once that's all dry, which I don't have any, I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot and get some, but I need some clear coat spray. But I want to use the glossy clear coat, because I want to make the apple look very shiny, the whole thing very shiny and wet looking. But yeah, I mean, this is really it. I don't know if I'm going to make you watch me paint the whole thing. I might just finish it off camera and then just kind of come back and show how it looks dried. And this I'll probably only do 1 coat. I think that's really all it needs. And do a nice coat, let it dry. You know. And then the apple part will be done. So I'll be back in a minute showing, well, really a second, showing how it looks all done. Okay, so it's all done, it's all dry. So what do you guys think with the glitter paint on it? I mean, it's pretty cool. Evil Queen, Poison Apple kind of deal. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do this as like an Evil Queen setup between the Magic Mirror, which I don't have the video for that because that was a live and I did not upload that video. That video was like 2 hours long and I wasn't waiting that long. But so what do you guys think? Like, you think it's going to come out cool? Like, it'll be a cool display on, like, a coffee table, mantle, even in a bathroom if you have, like, a spot on the counter to put it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I hope you guys like it. And it's not quite done. Like I said, I'm going to show the, I'm going to get the stand, E6000, probably as soon as I shut off the camera. Let that dry until tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning hit it with the metallic gold spray paint, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video just messing around decorating it with, you know, like I said, trim and bling, and maybe some maybe I'll do some beading. We'll see how I'm feeling, seeing what I'm up to, seeing what I have in the stash. Definitely maybe some bows on it, or not like bows, but you know, kind of like the bow I ended up doing on this one, but bigger, but out of the tool. And I would put it maybe somewhere like on the holder part. The plate will be on top. I don't know. We'll see exactly what I'll do, but I'm thinking something like that, and we'll have some fun decorating that. And then hopefully I can get it to a point where I can show the whole, well, I will get it to that point, but hopefully, you know, soon I'll get it kind of done and have a nice picture posted of the whole shebang. I still, like I said, I think I want to do a spell book. Yeah, the Evil Queen, she got spells, right? So I could definitely do something like that for a little fun and have a cool little display. Really all from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, pretty much everything is from the Dollar Tree. The mirror is from the Dollar Tree. Most of those flowers are from the Dollar Tree. I mean, the trim I had, that wasn't from the Dollar Tree. The stuff I used on the mirror. The apple technically wasn't from the Dollar Tree, but I believe it was only $1, maybe $2. So what do we got invested? 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 and some glue sticks, a little bit of paint, a little bit of sanding block. Under 10 bucks, easily under $10. Really funky, cool display. Even with the book I'm gonna do, I'm still saying 10. Let's just say $10. Cool, fun display. And I might even have a surprise for somebody with this display. I may not even keep it for myself. But thank you. Have a good day.